Hello everyone, I'm just going to take a few minutes to run through the Griffin Armament Ideal Carbine Optic. This is a low power variable powered optic. It's a 1-to-8 power optic. It features a 30mm tube body, which is a straight tube. This is a Griffin Armament optic, so it actually features a custom engineered and designed Ideal Carbine Optic ICO mil reticle. This features a 11 position illuminated rheostat adjustment. These scopes come in red and green illumination, so there is your choice of red or green. I've looked through both of them. I think they both really look good, so it just comes down to personal preference, I guess. I'm used to the red, as is probably most people, but the green actually looks really nice. Like I said, 1/10 mil adjustments with capped protected turrets here. So there's that. It comes with the protective lens covers as well. Just all around a really nice optic for the price point. Super nice. The illumination is provided by one CR2032 battery. So there's that. And it's a 1-to-8 power. The power ring is nice and smooth. And the clicks are nice and tactile and have a nice sound to them. Pretty basic in terms of what you see, what you get. This is the actual package that you'll receive it in. So I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing for you. It should be sealed, by the way. Your optic should be sealed, and it should be inspected, quality inspected by a Griffin employee here, trained in the final inspection of this optic. So when you cut this, you should be putting your hands on it for the first time after our technicians do a final inspection. So when you open this up, you'll see a little QR code business card in there. There's 2 QRs on it. One is gonna be the PDF product manual, and if you flip it over, you're gonna get this video, essentially, showing you the product. Then we also have a little custom monogrammed microfiber towel for the lenses. We'll probably do an alternate video as well for lens maintenance. I'm super anal about lens maintenance. I'm really critical about it. There's a way you should go about cleaning your lenses because they do acquire dirt and stuff like that over time, and you don't want to just start rubbing with the microfiber cloth. You'll end up scratching them, so don't do that. You want to blow off dirt, take a little brush off dirt, blow again, then maybe do your wetness with your spray, finish with your microfiber cloth, and then like a felt tip. So there's a step-by-step process to that. So this is not the end-all be-all for cleaning your optic, but it's just a nice thing to include. Then of course you have the optic itself, which is nicely protected in a custom foam insert there and nicely bagged. And there you go. So that's the unboxing. That pretty much covers the optic. We are going to segue this with a reticle overview for you. The reticle on this scope is actually, I wouldn't call it busy, it's nice, but there is some things that you're gonna wanna know about it. So check that out and we'll be right back. So Austin is the engineer and designer of the ICO mil reticle. So Austin, why don't you take a few minutes to break down the reticle for people in terms of the stadia, the ranging features, the ballistic holds, the wind holds, and the barricade firing.
All right, thank you. For the purpose of this discussion, we're going to simplify by establishing that we're talking about a 16-inch 5.56 carbine firing M855 ammunition, and explain that our recommended zero from the table is 1.5 inches low at 100 meters for this to track within 1 MOA to 700 meters. So the stadia have been provided with mil increments. You've got these dots at 1 mil increments, and you've got the stadia out here from 5 to 10 mil. They've got 1 mil tall increments at even mils, and we've got 1/2 mil tall stadia at 1/2 mil increments. So if we were to fire and our splash goes off to the right, we could realign our aiming point on the target with this dot out here, and we could then count 1, 2.5 mils and say, oh, okay, I need to go 25 1/10 mil clicks to the left to bring my windage in. This helps zeroing without needing to go down range. Now the next thing I'd like to cover is ranging with the reticle. These two dots here at their outside edges correspond to 19 inches wide, which is approximately the width of an IPSC target or an E-type silhouette. It's also correspondent to human anatomy shoulder width. And so at 200 meters, these dots will be approximately human shoulder width at their outside edges. The base of the primary aiming triangle is center to center of these two dots. It's exactly the 19 inches at 300 meters. And so you can also range white-tailed deer in North America for a hunting application. 19 inches is elbow to the top of the back of a white-tailed deer that's mature. And so that'll allow you to range whitetails at 4, 5, 6, and 700 meters range. The next thing I'd like to cover is the ballistic holds. The primary aiming point is the 100 meter reference. The inside the tip of the triangle is 200 meters. Between these 2 points is our 300 meter aiming point for elevation. Followed by the crosshairs, which are 4, 5, 6, and 700 meter aiming increments.
Nice. Center high. High right shoulder. High right neck.
For windage, we've provided a pair of dots. And for this M855 16-inch barreled application, these are 4 and 8 mile per hour full value increments. And so we have one exception at 200 meters, we don't have a second dot. So this is only providing the 4 mile per hour full value wind at 200 meters for the sake of keeping the reticle not busy. So at 300, if we had an 8 mile per hour full value wind, we could compensate for a wind coming left to right by using this aiming point over here. The next thing I'd like to cover is the Barricade 90-degree offset aiming references. So we provided a pair of references, and this is for a law enforcement military application. If you had a sniper threat, you can roll your rifle over, keep a very low profile, and engage a threat. And these provide 150 meter aiming points. And 300 meter aiming points. And your 75 to 100 would be right in the middle here of the aiming point and the first dot if you were rolled over a right-handed shooter using this method. Now, if you were a left-handed shooter, you could similarly use the this is the 150, the 300, and in the middle 75 to approximately 100 meters. And this is because our zero, had elevation on it to get to 100 because the bullet is dropping after it leaves the barrel. And when we roll the rifle over sideways, our elevation takes that to the right, translates that into windage, and our gravity is still in effect, so our bullet is dropping and needs to be compensated for. This reticle essentially allows people to shoot at a much higher level than their training could provide them otherwise, and easily provides the ability to engage targets at extended distances with minimal training.
So I hope that reticle overview insert video kind of shed some light on the reticle and some detail on that. Austin was really great about engineering it and really putting a lot of thought into it for the user. As a low power variable optic, I think the coolest thing about the reticle, which I believe is pretty obvious, is that there are those pairs of dots where you can actually roll the rifle 90 degrees and it gives you, either left-handed or right-handed. It gives you, when you're in that 90-degree format, those points for shooting at range accurately, whereas most reticles kind of leave you out there to just guess into the wind. But I just wanted to show you guys what this optic looks like, for size perspective on a Griffin Mark I rifle. So this is a standard, AR-15 basically. And what you see here is the ICO Griffin optic mounted in our Griffin Armament modular optics mounting system. And you also see the Griffin micro sight on here. This is what we call the GMS. This is an acro footprint red dot optic, which you can check out in a different video. But we have that piggybacked on here for kind of that gas mask height that's pretty popular, that kind of taller height here. And then we also show the ICO, 1:8 ICO in a QD format for you here as well. We're gonna be bringing out these QD mounts very shortly, or they're already out either way. But yeah, so really nice optics. They also do carry a Griffin warranty, a great warranty. So definitely check out the warranty information for this. And if you end up buying one, we really would appreciate your feedback and hope you enjoy it as much as I have. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.